Gold purity is divided into 24 parts. We call these parts carats. So 24 karat gold would be 100% pure gold. 18 karat gold is 75% pure gold, and 9 karat, which would be half of 18 karat, would be 37.5% pure gold. So for example, if you had 100 grams of 24 karat gold, that is 100 grams of pure gold. But if you have 100 grams of 9 karat gold, that's only 37.5 grams of pure gold. Normally when it comes to chains, you'll find the markings here along where the clasp is. So on this chain in particular, you can see here, I have to use a loop to see what is on there. And this chain says 375, which is the symbol for 9 karat gold. So either 375, 9 CT or 9K, those all mean 9 karat gold. And on this ring, on the inside, it also has the markings for 18 karat gold. Magnets. Gold itself is not magnetic, therefore you can tell if something is gold if it has no magnetic attraction. So something that is marked 24 karat or 100% gold should not be magnetic at all. There are exceptions when it comes to things like 18 karat or lower gold, where it might have been mixed with a metal that could be magnetic, such as nickel. Then it can be called into question, but any gold that is 100% or even close to that shouldn't be magnetic when you test it. And now here we have a touchstone. This is the oldest method of testing gold in the world. And how it works is you take your gold and you just rub it on the stone and it leaves a little mark. There you are. And this is how it was tested for thousands of years. You would mark the stone and then compare it with a mark you've had from something you know to be pure gold or whatever purity you're testing. So a 9 karat gold mark versus what you're testing, if it matches the color, that would be 9 karat gold. X-rays. X-rays is kind of a misnomer. You can X-ray gold, but that kind of just shows a big block. What we generally use is a mass spectrometer, and that kind of sends a ping through whatever metal it's scanning, and then it tells you how much of that item is gold. So it'll show in a percentage AU, which is the chemical symbol for gold, 37.5%, which would be 9 karat gold, and then maybe 30% silver, and the rest is copper or nickel. Our 9 karat gold acid, and we rub it on there. And now we can see that the gold doesn't dissolve, the color doesn't change, the streak is still there. And we know it's at least 9 carats. But now the moment we take a stronger acid, this is our 18 karat acid, we put it on here, it disappears immediately. So we know it's between 9 karat and 18 karat. And generally, by a process of elimination, you go down to figure out that this is 9 karat gold. Gold purity. Gold is a very soft metal. So generally, you won't see items in 24 karat gold, except for gold bars, like what you would imagine them having in Fort Knox. And gold doesn't take up a lot of space when you think about it. It's a very, very heavy metal for the amount of space it takes up. And here with our 18 karat gold ring, we can rub it and see the mark it leaves on the stone. And our 18 karat acid does nothing to it. It eats away a little bit, but the mark is overall still there, so we know this is 18 karat gold. But again, as soon as we take a stronger acid and put it over the mark we've left, disappears. This one, the difference in acid strength is not as much, so it takes longer, but as you can see, gradually disappears slowly until there's nothing left. How gold plating works. Gold plating just refers to when an item that has been made in copper, nickel, silver, any metal is plated in an extra layer of gold. This layer can be very thin, and if you took it off, you wouldn't be able to see the side profile because of how thin it is, to several millimeters thick, which would be very thick in what we're talking about. And gold plating can be done in a number of different ways. You can do simply taking the item, dipping it in a thin layer of gold, allowing that to cool, and then trimming off any excess. Another method for plating gold is electroplating, where basically you're causing an electrical and chemical reaction to stick the gold to the item, and this can achieve a very high level of detail, although not much gold is added in the end anyway. So a lot of large jewelry companies and franchises, when the price of gold goes up, what they will do is they'll take their nice silver items and they'll have it electroplated in gold. And now electroplating is the more expensive of the gold plating processes. It doesn't add that much gold value to an item because there's just not much gold because it's on the outside and nothing in the inside. Since we've tested this ring and we know it's 18 karat gold, which is 75%, if we take it and we weigh it here, you can see this ring weighs 10.5 grams, so the total would be 7.75 grams of pure gold in this one ring. Cleaning your gold. Generally speaking, gold doesn't need to often be cleaned because one of its famous qualities is that it doesn't tarnish. This does not, however, mean that you can just leave gold lying around for years on end without upkeep or maintenance. Gold can often look worse for wear when it has been sprayed with perfumes or stored incorrectly. Half the battle in cleaning your gold is storing it properly. To store it properly, store it separately from other items, possibly in a divided box, so it doesn't rub against any items and get scratched, or it doesn't interact with a tarnished item or an item of a different purity that could have a reaction with the gold.